That's a good question. What does it mean to be Black in fashion? Well, I'm Black and I'm in fashion. For me, what was a defining moment for my Blackness and fashion is the 1974 American Vogue cover, which I graced. I didn't really realize the global impact that cover would have. But as far as America goes, that was the signal to Madison Avenue, the advertisers and so forth, that Black was beautiful.
It means everything because Black people have created fashion. If you look back, our style, our hairstyles, our music, we've created, we've inspired, we've influenced.
Being Black in fashion means representing a lot of different backgrounds and cultures from the same race. It means loving my skin and being comfortable in the skin that I'm in.
It comes with a lot of things. Like, you have to work times 10 harder than your white colleague.
I think for me, being Black in fashion is not having no days off. When I'm on set or when I have a casting or when I'm meeting a client, I'm always in the back of my head, I know that what they see first is my Blackness.
Growing up, I'm aware that my mother, my parents, my family coming from very traditional Jamaican backgrounds, they didn't fully support me doing modeling.
As fashion mirrors the country and mirrors our, Western culture. Black culture is pop culture, whether it's, credited or not. And sometimes it is, sometimes it's not.
It's an overwhelming feeling, like being a part of this modern day perspective of fashion.
A symbol of hard work that was done by the legends like Naomi Campbell, a man that have been fighting for diversity for a long time. An African girl like me is a testimony that because of their hard work and the fight that they've done in the fashion industry, that's why I'm here today.
I feel like if you're Black, you've always been in fashion. My mother made all my clothes when I was a kid. Everything from, she knitted my socks, my hats, my gloves, down jacket, clay clothes. She made everything. Fashion was really an expression of who we were as a family and as a people. Are you Black in fashion, or is fashion part of the essence of being Black?
Nowadays feels like a trend, but it has always been in the industry. Somehow it just went down, and people are trying to take all the Blackness out of the industry, even though it's part of the industry.
It means a lot. We're not accepted. We're not credited. Being tattooed. There is a distastefulness that people have in their mouths about us.
For me, I feel like it represents ultimate perseverance.
To be seen and to be heard in spaces and rooms and publications we never had.
It means power. It's being able to see something that I didn't think I would ever see in the mainstream media.
Honestly, we are the fashion. It's very important to make sure that as Black people, we're being represented for the younger generation.
The biggest importance about it is to be a representation. When I grew up, all you ever saw was white models on magazines, on the billboards.
You have to be perfect, whether it's working out every single day, making sure my skin, hair and everything is to the T. When I win, you win. When you win, I win. Even if you don't see me in the same room clapping for you, I'm clapping for you in the house. I'm clapping for you on the road.
People don't realize that Black people have such a wide range of features and different hairstyles and culture that has been used pretty much within the fashion industry, but exclusively to promote people who aren't Black. Love our culture, don't really like us.
I moved from Dominican Republic to United States. The way that race is out there is so different to how race is out here. So it was a process of discovery for me that things that were happening to me was because I was Black.
Your
constantly responsible for everything that any Black person does, and you're held accountable in that way. You can't just exist and be yourself.
From the beginning of coming in here, the odds are already kind of against you. I think being Black in the industry is like shit, being Black in America, being Black in London. You're on your toes 24/7, whether you know it or not. It's a subconscious thing.
And we need to inspire whoever is going to come after us. So it's just to represent and to exist.
It's kind of like an anomaly or like a nuance, kind of like the glitch in the matrix. Sometimes you feel like you belong, other times you feel like a trend or like an outlier.
We all have this concept of like the white girls are the most beautiful girls, but when a Black girl shows up, when we are given the opportunity, it shows that beauty is diversity.
You have to give more of yourself, and you have to do twice the work just to please people, because just being yourself isn't ever enough.
At the beginning of my career, being Black in fashion always made me feel like I was a guest. I could look right or left, and there didn't seem to have anyone that really looked like me.
To be Black in fashion is similar to being Black in any professional white-dominated space. There are limitations in opportunity for us. There is also a rewarding system to Black models for being the only Black person on a job or on a set. I remember exclusively being tapped on the back and rewarded for being the only Black model on set or in a show or in a campaign. And I thought it was ridiculous.
You are a trendsetter. You are paving the way. You are sometimes undervalued, underrepresented, and you are an icon. And there are not very many of you that have made it to these runways. You get to redefine what society and the world defines as beauty, and it's really empowering.
I'm criticized and appraised for my passiveness or my not so African American features. It's a very difficult world.
There is a weight that me as a Black woman that I carry in any profession.
To me, to be Black in fashion is to be adored. It's a platform for us to be chameleons and to create art and to do whatever we want to do.
A lot of times I feel kind of disposable. I think I felt that insecurity of being Black in fashion. My time here or my access to certain jobs and stuff are limited.
It brings a sense of pride, but it also comes with a weight. And also being someone that's mixed, I experience things differently to someone who is fully Black. So there's a sense of discomfort that comes with it.
I think it's been to be a minority, working, I guess, 100 times harder than anyone else. Clients want you, but they don't want to pay you what they will pay, for example, someone Caucasian. I think if you do a good job, you should get equal pay.
It's not just about me, it's about every single Black girl. They could see somebody who has, dark skin and short hair.
Channeling my younger self and making sure that little girl is heard. All the other little girls out there are heard and seen.
C'est l'évolution. Genre pour moi, c'est l'évolution, même s'il y avait beaucoup de mannequins. Enfin, il y avait des icônes, mais il n'y avait pas énormément, à côté des icônes, il n'y avait pas énormément de mannequins. Black, et du coup c'est une belle évolution pour moi d'être une femme noire dans le milieu de la mode.
I'm a Black girl like all my friends, so I wanna uplift my Black girls and my Black people and Black men. Like I want to be there, and I want to also uplift the collective Black voice. They wanted to demonize Blackness so badly that like it makes us the underdogs.
It means to do your job while carrying on a double reality of being Black in America, in a white man's world. Fashion is an elitist playground. When you're in a certain level, like in the high levels of fashion, you get to realize that you're even more marginalized than ever before. There's even less of you there. People let you know every second. The fact that the entire industry wasn't made with you in mind, everything is against you. Nothing is welcoming. So of course you're reminded every day, because the fashion industry is all about the physical.
Without a good agency, you cannot do anything as African models.
And if nobody's there for you to fight for you, it cannot work.
I feel like it's an honor to be a representative of Black excellence, of Black beauty, of Black womanhood, of Black motherhood. It's an honor to me when women that look like me say to me that I've made them stand taller.
Being Black in fashion, it means that I'm different. I am here to make a change. I'm here to break barriers, and I'm here to create history. And I'm here to set examples for the upcoming like Black models or Black people looking to enter the industry.
Is to be yourself. I don't think fashion would exist without having Black model in it. I think diversity came along the way harder, too late, but never is too late. But diversity is therefore to celebrate cultures, our differences, and this is fashionable. Come, learn about other people's culture and kind of like create and bring into life.
Being Black in fashion means resilience. In this industry, it's like either you make it big or you make it in a decent way. And because there's so much things against you, there's so much against hair, against, if you don't have resilience and you don't have patience, you will just give up and just go another route. So resilience is a big way, it's a big thing to have in this industry.
Being mixed race in the fashion industry comes with its own set of privileges because I am a beneficiary of white privilege. When people ask you, like, where are you from? Like, no, where are you really from? And then I say Seattle, and then they just ask my nationality, which is American because I'm from America. So it's just these like conversations that you run into that you realize that no one else is having to have.
It wasn't very easy for Black models to coexist with the way that they were always put against each other. And so I'm really happy to be a part of that progression where we all can kind of coexist and support one another and be a part of that like meaningful representation. I'm on the shorter side. I'm 5'6" and I have box braids, which is kind of like a part of my look now. And that's something that I didn't ever expect to see in any type of mainstream commercial campaign since it was so negatively stereotyped for me when I was younger. Sometimes there is a lot of joy, but like you said, sometimes there is a lot of disrespect and dehumanization.
I don't think that they use every Black model. There's only like a handful of the one that they always use repeatedly in saying we're diverse. But how about the other 50 girls or the 100 girls of Black models there? You can't just use a couple and think that you're diverse.
To be Black in fashion, it means being underrepresented and having less opportunities, and that's a fact. Like, being Black also means that for whatever reason, we actually have to convince people that Black is beautiful. And the global beauty standards that have been in place for many, many years always hesitates, to include us or not include us.
I've never been Black in fashion. Oh, this is great. Model agencies would have Black girls back in the, say, late 90s into 2000. The casting directors came along and then they start saying no Blacks, no ethnics. What would happen is that the model agency would go back to the Black girls or boys and say, I'm sorry, they're not seeing Black models this season. Or, I already have someone that looks like you. You could be, 2 shades lighter and keener features and that other girl's looking completely opposite. But they didn't know how much to sell, how much the market would bear. But it was part of the business. So of course, people went along and could do it. After 2007, the industry changed. We made sure of that. But it didn't go as far as we wanted to go. By 2010, it started to fall back again. The press conference that I had in 2007 at the Bryant Park Hotel, after that day, in September 2007, there was never ever again said, no Blacks, no ethnics. We don't see. That ended right then because I called it out. I put it out there to the world, and internationally that was written about. When they start to go now, since the girls have been, quote unquote, the fashion model has been liberated, that liberation, true liberation, happened by 2013, 2014. So now you see models are working. They have careers. I have girls who I'm close to who've been working 10 years. That never happened back in the day? 10-year career for a girl of color? Usually it'd be 3 seasons. Just 3 seasons, and that'll be a wrap. They say, who else do you have? Those are those casting directors. It's not happening like that anymore. It's much more improved. The hard thing about that too is you're going into a world that you want to be in, but it's someone else's house. This is the hard thing. I can't get this through people's heads enough. You want to be part of someone else's world. Their world, you've seen the world before, you want to be part of it, you see what it looks like, but you want to be part of it. Okay, now there's going to be a lot of rough road. It's going to be a lot of hill climbing. They know you exist, but they really didn't hear the cry so loud about what was so wrong.